Hello Aries, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aries is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aries, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we begin with a Wheel of Fortune. This is very good luck. This is an expansion of you. Let's put it into some context. Are we expanding our career, our finances? Are we expanding our influence, our creative reach? What is it that we're doing that is going to really be so rewarding right now? This is the time for you to really take advantage of whatever it is that you're doing. If you have a business, let's grow it. If you are making some kind of spiritual progress, let's double our efforts. If it's a health or a fitness kind of thing, let's put in the extra effort right now. It's a good time for growth, right? And you have the vision to back it up. And we've got some good fire energy and some good earth. I wonder if it is business related, because we've got that 10 of Pentacles. We also have that 6 of Wands, the Emperor. Very nice cards here. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, it really is. The energy is here. I think you just really have to take advantage of it. We're going to select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We will just take this one. And we're going to put our friend Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right? And it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. All right? But if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comment section. All right? I'm trying to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, tap into spirit, tap into source, and start discerning this mystery card together as kind of a group exercise, right? And I hope you'll play along. But first, let's take a look around the room. We have major, major, and major. We have fire, fire, fire. We don't have any water except for this Knight of Cups. So this is kind of a central thing. This is something we really need to make sure that we do, okay? As far as air energy goes, we have some really good air energy here. It's the Ace of Swords. This is mental clarity. This is you having no doubt about what the next move is. All right? So if there is confusion now about where you're going or what you're doing, it's going to be resolved in the next few days for sure. And we have some good earth energy up here and with this Knight of Pentacles. Very nice. So let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune. You're somebody who looks for the kind of divine opportunities. I think that you're very tuned in to the signs and synchronicities around you. You're very aware of the cycles of things, the seasons, the kind of natural order of the universe. Yeah. And I think that what you will find is this week is going to be really a perfect harmony of things, right? I think you're going to find the confirmation from the world around you that this is the time for you to move this situation to the next level, right? Now it's really time to push, expand, grow, 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 right? And maybe because we're getting close to the end of the year, it's kind of a good opportunity for us to push as hard as we can. Let's finish the year out really strong, you know. And I think that you're kind of waiting for the sign. You're waiting for that window of opportunity. You're waiting for everything to maybe just feel right, before you really go for it. But this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the cosmic wristwatch. This is Spirit's timepiece. It says, now's the time, right? And this is, again, the Jupiter energy, very expansive. Good time for growth, right? It requires a little bit of faith, a little bit of hope, and a little bit of trust, okay? That trust is coming also from yourself. Here's the Knight of Pentacles. In order for you to grow, in order for you to expand this business, this creative effort, this life path, this project, whatever it is, you need to know what you're doing. You need to have a vision, a big vision, right? You need to know in your wildest imagination, what is the biggest thing that you could think of for this? You need to know what we're expanding into, right? Now, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is someone that has that kind of vision. It's kind of the visionary card. You're able to look out at the landscape, right? The kind of undeveloped world and think, God, this could be just amazing. It could be just so big, so tremendous. You're able to look at what might be a small business and think, wow, there's such potential there, right? You're already envisioning all the different like franchises or the expansion, the stores, the whatever it is, right? You have that spiritual vision to know how grand it really could be, okay? So that's the first thing that you really need. You need that vision. You need to have this kind of wild idea, right? And you think big, right? If we are only thinking small, short-term, modest success, that's as far as this Jupiter energy will expand, right? As far as you can push your imagination, that's how far this Jupiter energy, this Wheel of Fortune, will grow and expand into, okay? And I think you are the visionary. But let's check in with this and let's think really big. Let's aim really, really high, okay? I'm very excited about that. I'm very curious what you're doing. We've got a 10 of Pentacles at the top. This is right up here. I think this is the focus. Gotta excuse my voice today. Getting over a cold here. The 10 of Pentacles at the top, this is your focus. And you are someone who, well, you like results. Yeah. I think you have a very good idea of what your best life would look like. This is the card of wealth. Yeah. And with this card, I like to ask, well, what does wealth mean to you? If you had to draw a picture, get out a sheet of paper, a pencil. If you had to draw a picture of your best life, what would you draw? What would be in there? Would it just be stacks and stacks of cash, right? Would it be all your pets, all your plants, all your people, right? Where would you be? Would you even be in there, right? Are you including yourself in your best life? In this picture, are you in there? I think you're very much focused on building this kind of life. Now, it doesn't have to just be material things. And that's the trick with the 10 of Pentacles, is that people see it and say, oh, it's money. Money, money, money. Well, yeah, I mean, it is money. This is the physical shell that contains everything else. Money is only money. It only has value because we instill value in it, right? So this is the earth energy is the container for all of the other cards, right? The swords, the cups, even the wands. Everything is contained in the earth element. So this isn't just my cat. She agrees with me. You don't have to trust me. You can trust her. This is not just material things. So when we say wealth, when I say work, when I say business, when I say success, I'm not just talking about money or financial stuff, all right? Rarely, I think, is it ever truly about finances. We do need finances. Money is a very important part of this world and how we fare in this life. But there's a lot of other things that are important as well. And this card, your picture that you're drawing, right? You got your pencil out, yeah? That drawing is going to include things other than just money, right? The people, the location, the relationships, the type of work that you're doing, right? If you're doing something that you're very passionate about, the money will come, right? And I don't think you're someone that needs a crazy amount of money. You don't need billions and billions, right? Because other things are more important to you. So I want you to remember that when you're formulating your vision, right? This is the card that draws the picture of this best life, bigger than life, beyond your imagination, right? Kind of gives me chills to think about this. You have the opportunity now to really expand your entire life into this 10 of Pentacles, okay? Now, behind everything, we've got your power card. We're going to ring the bell. This is the Aries energy. The Emperor rules the sign of Aries. So this, I think, is really the confidence, the authority, the leadership that you have in your life right now. And it may be something that you kind of have just stepped into, right? Was there a time before you came into this power, right? Activated your true nature? It seems to me like this card is here for a reason. It's in this position for a reason. It kind of suggests that there was a time before you were the Emperor, right? Not gender specific. So I feel like in the last, few months, I think that you really had a surge of this creative energy, a real surge of power and authority. It's almost like you just said, this is my life and I'm going to take it where I want it to go, right? And I'm going to focus on building the best life, of being the best version of myself and creating the best version of life that I can. I think that was a big moment for you. Yeah. But there's more to it than that. There's more to it because not only do we have this Six of Wands underneath everything, but we've got a Knight of Cups in the future position. So it's kind of like we have a fiery card here, a watery card here, and we have some balance right here in the middle. So I think as much power as you feel, as much ownership of your life, responsibility, leadership, right? You are in control. You are in command of your life. At the same time, we've got the Knight of Cups. At the same time, we are giving to others, right? We are sharing. Perhaps you're involved in some kind of charitable work. Perhaps you're taking care of other family members. You're not just doing this for you, right? You're extending a hand, or a cup in this case. You're extending a cup out to others, right? So what we're really looking for, and I think this is a big part of your wealth picture, right? Your idea of wealth, is having deep emotional connections with others that are reciprocating, right? There's giving and there's receiving. Right? This card is about acts of kindness, acts of generosity, right? Kindness to strangers, kindness to animals. It's a very gentle nature. And I think as much as we're talking about this power, and it's like we're hungry, we have this vision, we're expanding, we're growing, at the same time you're very gentle. You're very giving, you're very caring, you're very affectionate. And that's the kind of life that you want, I think. And it seems to be represented here. We want a balance, really, essentially. A balance between this authority, this hunger, this command and control, and this working toward our best life. We want to balance that with our gentle nature, right? to create a kind of harmony. Well, the I Ching card for this cycle of readings is people in harmony. So we've got the Six of Wands. And this is the harmony among people. This is specifically harmony with your people, right? So if this is a work situation, school, if it's at home, if it's with friends, family, loved ones, there's harmony with this group of people. And you're doing something, the work that you're doing, right? Again, it doesn't have to be employment, doesn't have to be financial. Whatever your working is, it's meant to benefit everybody. It's meant to sustain the harmony, right? See, it's interesting to me that we have three representations of the kind of cardinal energy, right? Aries is cardinal fire, and this is cardinal water, Cancer energy. This is cardinal earth, this is Capricorn energy. And the cardinal energy is the first attack of that element. You know, if you're familiar with music, you have the idea of attack, and then the note sustains, and then it fades out, right? That's the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable signs in astrology. And we have the representatives of all of the cardinal signs. This is the attack. But what we're trying to do, I think, to balance this out, is to have some sustain, right? To keep this going. And that's why we've got the Jupiter in Leo card with the Six of Wands. See, we're talking about Jupiter, and now we have Jupiter down here in Leo. Leo is the sustain, that fixed fire energy, right? You may have a strong Leo placement in your chart, maybe not. Maybe there's a connection with a Leo person or something somewhere in your life. But I think the idea here is that we're trying to take this attack, this hunger, this power, this surge of energy, this confidence, right? It's like a burst of energy. We're trying to then sustain it. Not just a burst and then it's gone, but it's like a firework that keeps on shining, you know. So this is an indication that, yeah, we need to have this burst of energy right now. But in order to really maximize the Jupiter potential for growth, we've got to be able to sustain that effort. And I think the only way to sustain that effort is through these kinds of deeper, more spiritual, emotional connections with other people. This is what's going to sustain you. Okay? Sustain your efforts to grow this business, this life, into true wealth. All right, true wealth. Let's move to the path of the serpent now. We start with the Ace of Swords. This is the clearing up of any kind of confusion that you may have had. If you were looking for a sign, if you were looking for some sort of indication, some sort of confirmation that the timing was just right for you to make this cardinal effort to expand your business or your life or whatever, the Ace of Swords is you receiving that confirmation. This is the light bulb that goes off in your mind. This is the green light, right, that says, now, go. And that's when we need that burst of energy from these cardinal signs, these cardinal energies, right? This sudden attack, like a musical note, right? So if there was any doubt, which I don't know that there really was, or any questions, or any confusion in your mind, it doesn't seem like it's there anymore. This is the only air energy we have, right? And this card's also saying, hey, look, as this Jupiter energy expands, as this Wheel of Fortune turns, and things start really growing and growing, don't lose sight, don't lose connection with your original purpose, right? So often you see people become successful and they forget their roots, right? They lose that authenticity. Businesses grow so large that they kind of forget what their original kind of ethics were, or their original purpose or mission statement was, you know? This is kind of like your mission statement, simplified to one word, perhaps, right? don't lose sight of this. Don't lose this when you find that you are growing exponentially. Stay connected, right, with this mission statement. Now, in the environment, we see connection here. We got more fire energy. We've got a 9 of Wands, strength. And I think this is an idea that there is strength in the connections that you're making. We're trying to sustain this attack, this new effort to grow. We're trying to sustain it, right? And the way we sustain it is through our connections with others. That's why we've got this Knight of Cups, and it's kind of leading us to this environment. It's leading us to this 9 of Wands. So strength comes through your connection with your purpose, but a shared purpose with others in your life. If this is a business, these are your partners. This is a family thing, well, these are your family members, right? And this is the idea here that we're all in this together, right? Because that gives us strength. And it's the strength to sustain this initial effort, right? So it's not just a kind of a burst, one firework display, and then it fizzles down. It's a firework that keeps on glowing in the sky. Yeah. So it's very important that we solidify this. And so I think that if there is some sort of business thing going on, or even if it's a family thing, I think it would really be wise to kind of check in with people, make sure they're on board. You know, just a phone call or go see them and just make sure they're still committed to this as you are. Okay, kind of getting a confirmation of their commitment, you know. Because the worst thing, I think, would be for you to make this effort and then to see that some people are backing out, or that thing, you know, some people weren't as committed as you are. So it would be wise, I think, to feel everybody out first and make sure that the people who are still on board are still with you, they're still committed. We have this sense of community, this sense of connection, right? We're stronger together, and we can do this. And it's going to be great. It is going to be a bit of a change. I think things are not going to be the same after this. I think this is really a tremendous opportunity. Now, if you can initiate this card, I mean, this is really the ticket here. This is the energy that you need. This is the beginning of this period of expansion and growth, right? If we can begin this and sustain this, then I think we're really crossing a threshold here. This is the Moon card. This is in the obstacle position. This is kind of the fear, the worry, the concern. This is the fear of fear. This card represents itself the fear of the unknown, right? Or if this is the unknown, that position is the fear of it. So we have this idea of the one thing that might, it's kind of like a final test, right? It's the final monster, right, to battle. And that's just the kind of fear of the unknown. Are you sure you want to go through that door? It's scary on the other side. There are monsters out there, right? And that is a test. That sentinel, that guardian of the threshold is there to test you, to give you the opportunity to quit, to turn around. It's dangerous over there. It's scary. You sure you want to do it? The only thing that you can say is yes, right? Because this card is, it is unknown. It's the idea that we can't really see what's on the other side of the threshold. But as we're talking about with today's the new cycle of readings, we had to change, there was a changing of the guard with our archetypal energies. We got the Ace of Wands, right? So the Ace of Wands is going to factor into every reading this cycle. And the Ace of Wands really is, if you're crossing a threshold into a room you can't see, that's dark, there's no light in there, you're bringing the torch, right? And this is the same wand that the Emperor is holding. And that's going to light our way. So this is the idea that, yeah, it might be dark on the other side of this, but you're bringing your flashlight. You're bringing a lamp. You're bringing a lantern. So you've got this problem already taken care of, But I think you will be presented with a moment where it's just like, man, this is kind of scary, right? And especially with such sudden and large growth, it's easy to get a little nervous about it, I think. If things start really growing really fast, it's kind of like, man, it's a lot all at once, But you're bringing your lamp with you, right? So I got this like Scooby-Doo idea, right? The whole gang's here, and we're going to go in here and check it out. And on the other side of this, what do we have? We got a Two of Wands. So we've got now, the Two of Wands is the idea of dominion. It's the idea now, and this is, I think, something that you're going to have to kind of keep in check, Aries. This is the feeling that you can do anything. It's like a whole new world opens up to you. So many new options, right? So many new opportunities. So many things that you maybe didn't even know existed now are being offered to you. The world is yours, essentially, right? We've got to be careful with that. Because one, we don't want to lose our connection with our original purpose, our mission statement. And we don't want to get too wrapped up in the outer appearances of things, the shells, the containers, right? The money, the physical stuff, which is just the container of these other energies. Okay? I mean, it's all energy, but... So we've got to be careful with this one, and maybe the mystery card will help us to temper this a little bit. Maybe that'll be the temperance card. Right? Because I kind of feel like we need a little bit more water in here, don't you? Ending with this Two of Wands, it's kind of it's good. It's very strong energy. It's the conquering kind of energy, right? But we definitely need to temper it. Let's see. Let's see what this mystery card is. This is the point of the reading where I'll ask you to try to connect with these images, connect with these energies. Let's try to raise our intuition. Let's raise our vibrations. If you have an idea of this card, put your prediction in the comments section below. Well, I already said I think it's the Temperance card. I don't know that it's going to be. But I would like to see some sort of water or some sort of balanced energy. Another 6, perhaps, right? Maybe a 6 of Cups, I think, would be real nice. Let's see what we have. No, it's a Page of Wands. It's a Page of Wands. So, moving into this, Two of Wands energy, this dominion, this idea that the world is mine and I can have whatever I will. That's going to be a new thing for you. Now, the Page of Wands is somebody who is kind of learning how to deal with this new power, right? It's like somebody who just gets thrown into like a rulership, a leadership, right? Suddenly they find themselves in charge of the kingdom, and they have all this power. They've got to figure out how to use it wisely, right? And not just get power mad, So I think this is the kind of, in a way, sort of, the temperance that we need, or the reminder that we need temperance, right? Maybe in the extended reading we'll get the temperance card, or at least some more water energy. Because this is going to be new, and it is going to be an increase in the sense of power, right? And authority. And we've got to keep it in check, right? I mean, it's not a bad problem to have, am I right? But we have to make sure that we do keep it under control. And we do that, I think, by continuing with our water energy, by our kindness, by our compassion, by our love, by our affection, and by staying true to our mission statement. Okay? When this thing really expands and really, really takes off, don't forget who you are or where you come from. Yeah. This is exciting. We're going to do an extended reading, like I said. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. You can become a channel member. You'll have access to all of the extended readings, not just for Aries, but for every sign. You can cross-watch, check your other placements, that sort of thing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.